Are we good?
We good. All right, I see a thumb, I think.
All
I'm just going to
right.
assume that we are
just-
live and should say all the
All
All
professional.
right, we're gonna get started.
Get them all out.
Okay. Hello, welcome to Triton Gaming's Expo, where we're featuring Genshin English VAs. Did you guys want to introduce yourself with your name, pronouns, what characters you voice, and a little fun fact about yourself?
Okay. Ooh, who wants to go first?
You.
I'll go first. Hi, I am Stephanie Southerland. I am Jean, the Dandelion Knight and acting grandmaster of the Knights of Favonius. Let's see here. She, her are my pronouns. What other roles? Madame Bluebelly in the VeggieTales show.
Oh, that's awesome.
As well as Cauliflower, who's just a little bit pluckier than Madame Blueberry. What other ones? I always forget. Oh, Freya in Fire Emblem Heroes. There's a few. There's some that I can't talk about yet, but kind of a little NDA, sign my life on the line. But let's see, what's a
flexing.
fun fact about me? Oh, my mom is from San Diego, so I have San Diegan blood.
Oh, awesome.
Hi, I'm Ann Yatco. Pronouns are she, her. I voice the Raiden Shogun. And E. And Makoto. And Hiragi Chisato. And a bunch of NPCs. But I also voice Nobara Kugisaki in Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yes.
I'm the new voice of Sabine on Miraculous Ladybug, if you watch that, and other things. And a fun fact about me is, oh, I was supposed to pick one. I can't whistle. It is my deep, dark secret.
That totally blows.
Oh, she's trying it. I can tell she's trying.
That
This
was
is-
something.
It's faint, but it's there. that
how
was
how do you
impressive
just say I can't do something and then do it? How is that like what?
So I whistle poorly.
But it's
Okay.
there. It's there.
It's sort of there.
You got this.
All right, yeah.
Just keep working on it.
Thanks.
Okay. And hi, I'm Cory Yee. I'm the English voice of Goro. And I'm also Draff and the Electro Abyss Lector, in case anyone. So my voice lines go from like, please help me promote my meat, to Kazuha, to behold, the abyss has come.
Love it.
And I am he, him, and a fun fact about me is I am AR-60 in Genshin Impact. So don't try to test me. I am an altaholic, so I do everything. Like, so I'm like, I had to like level up Diona to 90, but I also have like Zhongli, Ito, the entire Geo team. I also have Ganyu and Kazuha. Might have spent some money. And Child, all of them, everyone. But I really love 4-star characters. Freezy Boys team with like Bennett, Chongyun, Xingqiu, and Kaya. That's the team.
We bow to you, Cory.
Yeah.
We bow
And
to
I'm
you.
done. I'm so sorry.
All right. Thank you so much. We're so excited to have you here. So
happy to be here.
Yeah.
all right, so let's get down to business. So what's the most exciting thing about being a voice actor? Give us like happy moments or like maybe a little worse, like a mess up. Like how was your experience of being a voice actor?
That's a great question. Well, I have to say, some of the best moments are meeting the community. The Genshin community is huge, and it's such a joy to meet people who love it and who, like, you meet Jean. I think she's the third person you meet, right?
She's really early on.
Like really early on, you meet obviously Paimon and then Amber and then Jean. And so I had been working on it for a while before it was announced. And no, it had been announced before it was released. And so we only knew it was like really beautiful and hoped it would do well. And it's like, it's been a success, we'll just say. So it's pretty incredible to meet so many people who love it as much as we love the characters that we get to voice. Yeah.
Like my favorite thing about voice acting, just like in general, is just the range of characters that you can play that you couldn't otherwise.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I can play little boys, and I can play old women, and I can play gods. Like those are things I can't do that I'd never get cast for, like on stage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Like that, just being able to play it in that way is so satisfying.
The world is our oyster.
Indeed.
Yeah. I mean, to kind of go off of that too, like, you know, for people who have grown up at our age, like being an Asian American, like you don't get as many necessarily opportunities for on-camera stuff. So like voiceover has never really had that same kind of like just barrier as far as like being able to be almost anything. I think that's one of the most beautiful things about the aspect of voice acting compared to other things. Not to disparage the other things, but really that's why it's so important to us to be able to be anything and
Yeah.
to like and sound really optimistic and cheesy, I guess, at the same time. But you know, but yeah, I think those are the most beautiful moments.
Yeah, for sure. It's also fun to get to work with people that we love and
Yeah.
get to have such great castmates. And I think, and we met this year,
Yeah.
like
At the
a con-
bowling alley?
Oh, at the bowling alley. But we
went
didn't know
bowling.
each
I
other
didn't go.
before, but Cory and I knew each other
Yes.
for a while. And so to be a part of a project with friends and then to make new friends,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
best. It's the best. It's great.
All right, you talked about it briefly about what made you decide, what made you decide to like pursue voice acting? You were talking about like, oh, it's like an experience. But when did you decide that voice acting was for you?
Ooh. Good question. Yeah.
Well, for me, it was like I think 18. I was like, all right, I'm gonna do this, and like spent the entire 2019 just like taking a bunch of workshops. So it wasn't that long ago in the grand scheme of things, but it seems like forever ago because of a certain pandemic. So
Certain things.
It
Four
adds like
times?
5 years.
Yeah.
It really does. What is time?
Yeah. You know, like dog years in pandemic years. Yeah.
I never thought about
I know about dog years, okay?
I'm sorry. You know about dog years? Wait. The question was
When?
when? Oh, when? Yeah. So for me, like it was.
Eternity ago?
Yeah, an eternity ago. How did you know? No, but it's actually kind of true because like I came out here to LA with to get my MFA in acting, and I was gonna do like stage. I was gonna go to New York, and then I didn't. I stuck around here, and I thought, okay, cool. Let me do any number of things, which included taking voiceover classes. But this was like 2010.
Wow.
Right? And so like I think I booked my first things around then, but then that was like small video games, like that kind of stuff. But I also had like a full-time job. So I was a forensic scientist for like 7.5 years.
What? do you
Yeah.
mean? What? How do you just drop that on us like that?
Sorry, let me go back. I have a bachelor's of science degree in biomedical engineering. And then I have an MFA in acting. And then I was a forensic scientist for 7.5 years while doing theater.
I feel so
Theater in LA.
underqualified now.
Not,
That's so
I'm
cool.
overqualified.
That's what I'm saying.
while doing like theater in LA and doing like commercials and like starting
so
to
wild.
like do voiceover stuff. But it wasn't until probably 2018 that I started going back to classes for voiceover and really like doubling down on it. So then like a year and a half later, then Jujutsu Kaisen. So like it's been a long time coming. So it's
Yeah.
just like little things here and there until about 2020. Yeah.
That's amazing. I had no idea. You were That
Surprise.
blows my mind. Yeah, for me, I was like you. I was planning on going to New York, and I had studied music, dance, theater. That was what I got my BFA in, and I was gonna do the Broadway thing. And I am a homebody, and I got burnt out not having my nights and weekends. And I was like, how can I use these skills that I've been acquiring in college, and still perform while also not having to leave my home as often. And my husband's a sound editor, and we were like, well,
He's amazing.
he is awesome. Cory, he is always like, that Cory, he is.
We
top
worked
notch."
together on Ghostwire Tokyo, and it was like the most amazing experience. So.
Yeah. Aaron came home, my husband came home and was like, do you know Cory? Cory is amazing. I was like, of course I know Cory. And he is. But yeah, so we were like, instead of New York, let's go to LA. And so we kind of dove into this world. And it's crazy because I sometimes have him as my engineer for sessions, which is really fun. But yeah, just started taking classes, and then I became a casting director for commercial VO. And I did that for 3-4 years. And then I was like, time to not give other people jobs, time for me to get jobs for myself. And so I really started focusing my efforts. And yeah, I don't know what year that was, 2018, probably about the same time as you guys. So
I have to say too, the workshops that I was talking about, Stephanie was at like all of them and facilitated those things.
Yeah.
So like Stephanie is actually a really, really big part of why I have any
Cory.
success in voiceover at all.
oh my gosh.
Awesome.
That is like 100% true.
Thank you, Cory. Well, I have to say, like, to see your growth too. I think we both.
I gotta
like,
get that
grew
checked out still.
concurrently. What did you say?
Nothing. No.
Oh, Cory. Like, wait a second. No, like we've all just improved, and it's fun to like see our peers like
Yeah.
growing together and becoming better actors, and so yeah, it's pretty amazing to get to be a part of
It's
this.
all
world.
wholesome up here.
It is
God.
wholesome. We love each other.
Right.
Oh, so
I'm very
fun.
thankful for you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for
having
voicing these wonderful characters.
The pleasure is ours.
Yeah.
All right, now getting to Genshin. What were your thoughts on becoming a voice for a Genshin character? Like when you first got the opportunity to, what did you think about it?
Oh, these are such great
I know.
questions.
I thought that this opportunity is quite hard to come by. I'm so sorry. Well, for me personally, I was like in the game, you know, as like Draft and a bunch of, I'm like all over Mondstadt. So I'm like Huffman and like Farah, the annoying fruit salesman guy.
I love it.
And, but that was like long before Goro even existed. So like, you know, I was like, this game is amazing. And I loved the game for itself and being able to be a part of it. But, you know, just continuing to work and audition and keep hoping that maybe I could be one of these cooler playable characters was always something to think about. But the role is very meaningful to me personally, just because I do love the game, and being in something that you love is not something that we always get to do. So really just loving everything about the world and the characters is so important to me. And I'm sure it's the same for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I played the game a little bit when it first came out, and then I was like, oh, you're playing this game too much. Don't sink your time into it. This is a terrible idea. So I'd like put that away. And then like months later, like the audition for Raiden Shogun came out, and I was like, oh, I remember this. When I figured it out, it was Genshin. I was like, I remember this game. And then when I got it, I was like, who's Raiden Shogun? Because all the names were changed for the audition. So I just Googled on a wiki, like, what's Raiden Shogun, Genshin Impact? Oh. Okay, this is gonna be a thing. But like even then, like I wasn't 100% sure. Like for me, is that going to be like a big thing?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, Genshin is big, but like, will this character hit
Right.
hard with people?
Yeah.
And I guess I'm very lucky that it did, and that people really like respond to her and like resonate with her, like because she's so fascinating, and I love it. And now I play the game all the time, and I freaking love it.
It's so crazy. I was telling a couple of people who came to my table a bit ago that when I got the audition for Jean, I also got an audition for Paimon, for Amber, some of the people that you meet pretty early on in the game. But I remember reading Jean's audition lines and being like, I love this person. Like I just really connected with this character. And then a couple weeks later, I got a call back for this character, and the oh my gosh, Karina, the voice of Paimon, was there, and I was like, if they don't book Paimon, I swear, what is this world? And Chris, who is the voice director and a casting director, he has always said that the characters, he didn't pick us for the characters picked us, and I think we all have similarities to these characters that we play.
You basically are Jean.
I am Jean in real life. Like definitely a workaholic. I am definitely like I could do better, and so it's really special to get to play someone that I connect with on so many levels.
Yeah.
And it just makes it fun to be along for the ride and experiencing all these different adventures that we get to have as these characters.
All right, thank you. So another question, Cory did talk about this. The question is, do you play Genshin? But more importantly, do you have your character and do you play them?
Well, I'll say I used to play, and then I stopped playing, and then I was like, I'll start playing again. And then my phone was like, you do not have enough space on your phone. So I don't play, but I didn't get Jean. I still don't have Jean. Sad.
It's hard to get those standard
It
characters.
is
There's
hard,
no
It's so true.
There's like no rhyme or reason.
Yep. My sister-in-law, the first time she pulled Gene, and it was like, you do not realize how lucky you are.
I have C5 gene. I mean, like,
Oh.
I have C1. I'm sorry.
the wind is leading over here. Sorry.
I have C0 Gene. Negative? I don't know.
Negative C. Yeah, I play and I do have Raiden Shogun and I see Sixter and it was painful. It was painful.
It's impressive.
Yeah,
Am I allowed-
C6 R1 engulfing lightning. The weapon banner is a scam.
Am I allowed to ask how many pulls? Do you remember how many pulls it took?
I don't remember how many pulls it took. It took so many pulls because I kept losing the 50-50.
But how many Chi-Chis do you have?
I think I have C2 Chi-Chi.
Oh, that's it. That's okay.
But I remember it got, I think I got a couple of Chi-Chis. I think I got a Mona and a Kuching. So like,
It's like a
I
Costco
just
value
kept
pack.
losing
It's
to like
fine.
a bunch of different
Costco.
It was painful.
I have a C6 Triple Crown Goro. He's
Oh
level
my
90.
Why we bow to Cory. We all bow to Cory.
That's a little easier. I only got 2 Itos on the way there. So that was kind of miraculous, actually. And then he's just got an R5 Favonius because I think the energy recharge off the weapon is much better than putting it on your artifacts, personally. So that's my opinion. And I run Husk set. I just like, screw whoever said Exile was good. I'm like, nah, dude. No 4-star. Just treat my guy better.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
All
I'm impressed
right.
always with you, Cory. Both of you. I bow to both of you.
I'm just a super nerd. It's okay.
We love a super nerd.
All right, a little fun part. If you guys could, what is your favorite line? And if you could say what your favorite line is of your character that you voiced.
There's so many.
There's a lot.
You could choose a few.
Let's
You
see.
can give us a little selection,
Yeah.
A little run of them all.
Little run of them.
I always like let the wind lead or Clee.
One of my favorites is who? But also, I really like witness the final calamity.
I don't shout, I guess, as much as them. But I always like the, if there's anything ever troubling you, don't keep it all muzzled up inside. I really like those.
That's like
the nicer moments with Coral. It's
so
like,
wholesome.
I'm all ears.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, I love
He's
it.
such a good boy.
I mean, I like Zhang Li too. Though,
Yeah.
So he
Oh,
just-
yeah.
I like Zhongli.
Yeah.
a walk would be nice.
Osmanthus wine.
It's the same as I remember.
All right, thank you. And another question. If you could voice any character in Genshin that is not your own, who would you try to voice?
Oh,
It's not my own.
A little trick question.
that is. It's a good
Not
one,
child. No, I actually love child. I actually have C6 child, but it was gifted to me by my community. So I didn't spend that much money on
I
it.
accidentally got child. I didn't even want
Accidentally.
him. I accidentally got him at
You never want an
27K.
accidental child. That can be
No.
a difficult thing.
Yeah,
I feel like none of us want to say that we would take something that someone else has done because we love our other fellow castmates. But like, I would love to be a Zhongli type,
Oh,
right?
totally, totally.
You know,
Yeah.
like that. He's like, just give me a husbando. That's all I want.
Yeah,
I'll
give
say
Cory a husband.
Yes.
Sounds like you're trying to set me up with someone actually when you say it like that.
Maybe I am. Kidding.
Oh man. And I wouldn't want to be official because she has to speak so many different
German words.
German
Yes.
words, and I can't. My mouth gets all.
Yeah,
can't
no.
speak. Does not compute.
Yeah,
in my,
but I think if I had the chance at another type of character, I'd want to do one of like the littles.
the littles.
Yes.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Agree. That's it.
Run around with your arms out.
Yeah, running around.
Yeah.
arms
Okay.
out.
Cool.
I love that. And one more thing, one last question. What is your advice to someone who wants to pursue voice acting?
That is the question of all questions.
Yeah.
It's always about acting every single
Yes.
time. It never the voice is it's
Secondary.
there, but it's always about acting. Like most of the jobs that I do on a very consistent basis are all my normal speaking voice. And then also knowing what you bring to the character as like an individual is so important because everyone can do their Paimon voice or their whatever voice, but if you don't bring something special to that, then it's just a sea of the same stuff. So like making sure that you always bring your own soul into it is so vitally important.
That's
That's
beautiful,
really good.
Corey. Very well said.
I learned it from you.
And I learned it with you. No, it's true though. Like I think that I think it's easy to think that voice acting is all about what voices you can do and what impressions you can do. I'm really bad at impressions, and I've learned that like the voice really is secondary to the acting. And if I've approached an audition that I am going voice first, I know I'm approaching it wrong because a character is a character, and then the voice is what. I don't know. I think I'm getting philosophical a little bit. You explained it so well.
That's good.
But a character is a character. It's a living, breathing person.
Yeah.
And so you're bringing all of their life experiences combined with yours, and that's what's creating the voice. And I think with Jean specifically, she is bookish. She's a hard worker. So thinking of all of those things and like, how would I be if I was that? And then I kind of settled into this voice where she's hardworking, she's committed, and it just kind of follows. It's really interesting. That's the biggest thing I think is acting is number one, and understanding the characters and who they are, and combined with what you bring to the table is really what's going to bring a character to life.
Yeah.
But yeah, makes sense.
I think I'll just say that it is not a race.
Yes.
As far as like your career,
100%.
it'll take the time that it needs to take, and every step that you are taking is another building block on your road to becoming a voice actor. So take all the things that you learn and keep adding them to your toolkit, and just keep making connections, build your community, get to know other people in the industry, and those are the things that are going to create this career for you. One day you're going to look back and be like, oh wait, I have a career. Look at that.
Yeah.
I did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and one thing to add to that too, on the practical side, like don't just like go out and buy like a $1,000 microphone.
Yeah, you don't need
like,
it yet.
It's so much can be done like studying and practicing, just like recording something on your phone or like looking at games and media and just like kind of seeing what they do, analyzing it and learning from those experiences. Like you don't have to pay any money for that to start out. Like you just don't wail on the voiceover banner.
Yeah.
Precisely.
Wail responsibly on the
Yes.
voiceover banner.
Yes. Yeah, agreed. Agreed with all of that. I think what you were saying, Anne, it's not a race. A lot of times we all get auditions for a lot of the same projects,
Yeah.
if not all of the same projects. And sometimes you'll hear an announcement about a game or a new series or what have you, and you'll hear your friends are in this, and you might be like, oh, I wish I was a part of it. But then you're just so happy for your friends. Yeah. And it's just a community you support. You want to support the people that you are surrounded by, and it all what am I trying to say?
It's not super competitive.
It's
It's
not.
all about more of a collaborative experience.
Yeah.
Because you're
Collaborative.
not in direct competition with other people. Because at the end of the day, the choice is being made by someone who uses all these factors that none of you have any control over.
1,000%.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just kind of like relinquishing that
Yes.
kind of frees you up.
Uh-huh.
And, like your time will come if you are putting in the work.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And work begets work. I've
Exactly.
learned that too.
Yes.
Yeah. These are good answers, guys. I'm like,
Yeah.
I should be writing these down.
Is this being recorded?
So good. So good.
Great, thank you. So now we're gonna open up to open mic Q&A. So what you're gonna do is, if you have a question, raise your hand. I'll tell you to come up here, and then you tell us our question, and then you can ask them.
So
Sound
you're
good?
gonna tell me first to make sure you guys are asking appropriate things, and then you can
Being
come up on
green.
stage and then ask your question into the microphone. Okay, so feel free to raise your hands now. After the Q&A, we're also going to be hosting the giveaway where these lovely VAs are going to be giving away signed posters of their characters. So make sure you have your blue ticket. It's going to be the blue ticket. Okay, cool. So raise your hand if you guys want to ask a question. Thank you.
Oh, now that raffle seems so cool.
Oh.
I should hydrate.
Yes,
Thank you.
you're so good at these reminders, which I
I'm
so need.
Oh, you get it. Yeah, no.
I love it so much.
You can have him ask. Yeah. Wait, you ask the question.
Yeah. Should we put them
All right, if you guys can settle down, please. Thank you.
Please settle down, but keep your hands raised. Okay, we got our first question.
All right.
Sorry, this is actually a two-part question, so this might take a little time. By the way, I just have to say, I'm a huge fan of Genshin. Like, I have a C6 Mesugaki, C6 Suzerain. I don't know if you heard of them. I know they're Japanese names, sorry. But do any of you play Metal Gear Rising?
I don't.
Oh,
I
know of it?
apologize. I'm so sorry. No.
okay.
The only game I play is Animal Crossing.
Okay, that's fine.
That
That's
is
fine.
nothing
That's
to be
fine.
ashamed of.
My island is pretty awesome.
Okay. Fair enough, yeah.
Does that ruin the second part of your question?
It kind of does. Maybe I have to think of a
Aw.
second one. But have any of you been do you all have Twitter accounts?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so this might sound a little personal, but have any of you been approached to sell NFTs on your account?
No.
I hate NFTs. They can go away forever, and I don't give a crap
Not
about
interested.
what
Thanks.
NFTs. They're terrible and god awful. Scum of our society.
Yeah. Hard pass.
Thank you.
F
All right.
that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
If anyone can raise their hands, please. I love the cosplays.
know,
I see all
so
these Genshin cosplays. They're great.
Numero uno ito.
Hello.
I got your buffs, dude.
Oh, so good.
Hello.
Hi.
I would-
Hi.
oh, hi to you. I would like. It's not much of a question, more of a demand actually. But
Demand. You're so Ito right now.
I'm sorry. I don't take demands.
oh, sorry. Okay, it was a question.
Kidding.
But could you please, please, I really need you to do this in your own character. Could you please do your best Arataki Ito impression?
We're actually not supposed to do in our own
Really?
characters.
Yeah.
I can do just a normal
yeah,
Ito
right, like I-
impression,
yeah.
but that's all I can do.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Oh shoot. Do I know any like?
Arataki numero uno Ito here in the flesh.
That was good.
All right. Oh, he has like. I'm not gonna be able to say it like one for one. Like, oh, you hear that right in Shogun? When he's like hearing thunder.
Okay, what would be? I don't. Help me out. Feed me a line.
Real men don't need umbrellas, and say it all like, ugh. No way. Like, say it like that.
Real men don't need umbrellas.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So good. I love that demand.
All right, let me see those hands.
Hands.
You with the
hands.
glasses and the black shirt with the yellow. Yes.
Oh, yeah, gaming.
Do you want them to line up, or is that easier, or is it better for them to stay? That's fine.
Oh, cool. I love you.
Okay, and I got a question for you. So I'm not actually a big Genshin player,
Okay.
but my friend is, and he's a really big Klee fan. So he wants to know, how do you think Raiden Shogun would interact with Klee?
I think. Well, here's the question: are you talking about Raiden Shogun, or are you talking about A?
Yeah, A.
A?
Yes.
Oh, A would love Klee up until Klee brought out one of the bombs,
Oh
and
yeah.
then we might have an exile on our hands.
Ah. All right. Thank you.
I feel like she would get overstimulated and then get overloaded.
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yup. Yup.
Indeed.
This is why I'm here.
All right, the one in the far back. If you want to come up here, and then you next. You're next. It's okay. They don't see me.
Oh, he running.
Here he comes.
All right, when you do
The
come up,
lad.
I'm gonna ask you to hustle a little bit, so because we're on a little bit of a time crunch. But thank you.
When you were just starting out, what was one of your first roles?
One of my first video game roles was a game called Vindictus, and I played Teve. She's like the character you meet during the tutorial. You're like helping her out. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I think my very first voiceover job was for a Honda Fit commercial.
That's great.
Can we get a sample of that?
Yeah, it was. This was my first job. It literally was 5 words. Because it was talking about how like the Honda Fit looks small, but it can fit so much, and it was like, can it tell me I'm pretty? That was my line. That was my very first voiceover job.
That's awesome.
That Honda fits you.
Game. It like fits my personality. My first game though was Shadowverse, and I voice. Oh my gosh, I swear my brain is like it forgets everything. What was the character I voiced in?
Do you want me to IMDb this for you?
Yeah, would you? Wait, no, I can remember.
I can go while we
Yeah,
look.
go because
Okay.
I don't have my phone with me too. So I can't look
My first voiceover gig was Trials of Mana, and I am a beast man in that, named Ludger, but he's like a big douche, so he's like a really big bully. I don't really remember what he said, but he was like kind of like this all the time. I don't know what his deal was.
Oh, De La Fee was the character.
De La Fee?
De La Fee.
De La Fee.
She was just very proper and had just a small voice, and that was my very first character. So, De La Fee.
All right. Just a quick question: have you guys ever cosplayed? Have you cosplayed any characters?
I want
No.
to.
I need
I just haven't
to.
yet.
I used to cosplay a lot of Marvel, like Spider-Man and Doctor Doom. So I just like run around and sling puns at people, and that's
Cory,
what I
that
did for
is
fun.
like that's perfect for
This
you.
is on brand. I like it.
It's very on brand.
Did it for me.
No, I want to cosplay. I keep thinking I gotta get a Jean cosplay.
My ears are in the mail. I don't know when they're gonna
You know,
get here.
I owe people. I owe people a Raiden Shogun cosplay.
Yes.
Oh, people?
I owe people.
Sounds like you owe something to the mob or something.
Kinda. Look, I promised it online, and then it came. And
You
it-
gotta
I
do your
never did
Raiden
it.
Shogun cosplay or else.
Oh, yes.
Okay, we got another viewer question.
Oh, so I have another question for Anne.
Mm.
So
What's up?
I think we've seen video clips of her saying, "It's a Raiden Shogun.
Yeah.
It'll be inlaid upon a statue."
Yeah.
Is there another voice line that you could say?
In that yassified way.
Yes.
Do it.
What's that one? Let me do a line that we haven't done yet. Torn to oblivion.
The question.
The up.
10 out of 10
Yeah.
Valley Girl voice. Do we have any more questions? Yeah? All right. Who does she? Yes, come hither.
Cute cosplay.
Wow, look
I
at
like
that
it.
cosplay.
so
so
good.
good.
Love it.
This moment was meant to be.
All right, just a quick announcement. After this panel, our panelists our Genshin VAs will still be signing. It's going to be in the lobby area over here, but after the panel. All right, so stay tuned.
You can also get a free one from the raffle.
Yeah.
Okay. Come right here.
Oh yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. So, I kind of got snuffed with the last voice acting question. So my new one is, where do you find the time to find these workshops, and like how do you basically find them on the internet?
Yeah, that's a great question. So there are a lot of places that teach, but if you go to D. Bradley Baker's website, it's called iwannabeavoiceactor.com. He has so many resources on there on steps to take, classes, different coaches and teachers that you can work with.
All levels of experience too.
All levels of experience. Yeah, exactly. That
Kind of
I
a
think
one-stop shop.
it really is. Like I recommend that to everyone because it's I want to be a voice actor.com. Take your phones out right now. He's gonna be like, whoa, there's so many hits right now. But yeah, he has advice on getting your demos, everything.
Home treatment, stuff with the pandemic, recording from home. There's so many different technical things to learn, but I think a lot of that information you'll find there.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. But yeah, I think you just want to make sure any class that you do seek out, you just want to make sure it's
Legit.
yeah, because there are a lot of people who offer to teach. They say they offer voice acting classes, and people, our community is pretty small, and we're like, who is that person? So
I would just recommend looking at like what they've done maybe and how recent it is, and what they're working on, and that might inform your decision making.
yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. That's a great question.
All right. I like the sword.
Oh, so good.
Oh my God.
I love all. And a quick note, if you could please keep your mask on. I know some of you have taken them off, but if you could, for the safety of our panelists, please keep your mask on.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. I was wondering if you yourself were in Genshin, what kind of vision do you think you would have?
Ooh.
Hydro.
You think you'd have Hydra?
Every time. 100%. No question asked.
Oh, I want Electro.
I think fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to burn us all down. Are you actually Klee?
I might be. Oh, no. Stephanie. Get after myself.
Yeah.
Or wind. Well, that's a bad combination.
No.
Anyway, something like that.
I'm just like the chill SoCal dude, so like Hydro.
I see that.
Okay.
Yeah,
That
man.
really, it checks. It checks,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Thank you.
Great question.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
And I appreciate your limited sword that we can't get anymore.
Yeah. I wasn't playing at that time.
I was. Benny still got it.
All right, this is my own question.
Okay.
What is your favorite character trope to voice? For example, like the delinquent, or the one that's like super preppy, or the class rep.
That is a great question.
Is badass a trope?
Yeah.
For you, it is.
Okay.
Oh, I think the Valley Girl is one of my favorites.
Yeah, Valley Girl's also real fun.
So far from like who I am, but I can definitely put it on.
Oh my God,
if I
yeah.
need to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the super overconfident nerd. Pretty sweet.
It's great.
That is so good. You guys.
Hello. I wanted to ask, like, if you when you ever play Genshin, and you hear your own character's voice lines, does it feel weird? Like, does it like not help with the immersion? You're just like, you remember the studio or how you recorded that?
That's such an interesting question.
I think it depends on the line too, right?
Definitely.
Like just random lines, like when you're just running around or someone's
Yeah.
very continuous idle.
Yeah.
Then you say "shut up, me,"
Yeah.
and then you move on.
Quiet.
But certain lines when you hear, I think you get certain kicks out of, or when people
Yeah.
bring up certain lines.
Yeah.
And like we play the game pretty often. Like I'm pretty used to it.
Yeah,
by
I'm very
now.
used to. I don't
Yeah.
really think about it.
I don't really clock it too much.
Squirrel's also very different from my speaking voice, so
Yeah,
like
and
I
Brennan
don't.
is pretty
I
different from
don't.
mine,
Yeah,
too.
so I don't even think about it really at all anymore.
Yeah.
It's for me. It's like my sister-in-law that I mentioned who got Jean on her first poll. Lucky. She whenever she plays, and I just hear myself going. It's like, oh, and every time she dies, and I go, Momstat. That's the one that I'm like, oh golly, it's pretty fun. It's those little efforts though that are.
The efforts are really funny to hear.
It's funny to hear, yeah, because you hear them out of context,
Yes.
and yeah.
Yeah, I just smile when I hear Goro die, I guess.
Yeah.
Cory. I love that. That's great.
All right, we're gonna take one more question. So raise those hands super high.
I have to
So
kill myself
high
on
to
a
the
weekly
sky.
basis, so.
You have to beat yourself.
Oh, I get to choose. All right. Ooh. Venti, get up here.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Oh, I don't have to?
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
We trust you, Venti.
Okay, so I wanted to ask, like, we all know that you already played, like, oh, me? Oh, okay, sorry. We know that you've played Genshin before. Do you guys have, like, any other experience with other gacha games?
I'm currently sort of a little bit playing Tears of Themis.
Wait. Who's your bias?
For the purposes of reading like their dialogue on stream and trying to give 4 different husbando voices, that's my goal.
Yeah.
That's a great
Artem's my favorite. He's good. Marius is kind of a douche. But yeah, that's technically a gacha game.
Yeah. Genshin is legit the only gacha game that I've ever spent money on, but I have played other gacha games. I started and I need to get back into Twisted Wonderland.
More
I
husband.
love video.
And for me, yes, Genshin's the only one. It's only Animal Crossing. Or old school Mario.
Yeah.
This is kind of a part too. If you spend money on Genshin, how much did you spend?
We don't talk about
We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that.
I'm a dog. I can't count that high.
Oh, that's funny.
All the VA money is just going straight back into
Yeah.
Rail.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't wanna know how
listen,
many
so-
sessions worth of money has gone into it.
Okay, so 2 things. First of all, after the giveaway, everyone here needs to stay in their seats before the signing. Otherwise, I'm going to yell at you. Okay. Second of all, we are now going to do the raffle. Yes! So get your blue tickets out. And we're going to have our lovely VAs pull them for the posters that they're going to give away if you want
This
to
is the
hold them
real
up.
gacha.
So we're going to call the number, and if it's your number, just come over here, and then you can get your poster.
Okay. You got your tickets out? I'm gonna put this back on just to be safe.
Yes, of course.
All right.
Make sure to have your blue ticket out, all right?
Blue tickets out. Okay, I'm doing a little stir.
And don't lie. We double check.
Okay. Which one out of these? This one. Okay. Y'all ready? 252-297. 252-297.
Is that, yeah? We got someone?
We got
yeah. Please come up to the front to receive your prize.
Okay.
Hooray!
Okay, I'm sorry. It's like here it is.
And then when you're done grabbing your prize, just wait to the side and we'll take pictures of you guys holding your prizes.
All right. 252-354.
Is that anyone? Yes! Come over here! Yay!
Yay!
All right.
All right, last one.
Who's going home with a new puppy? Okay. 252-267.
267.
Please stand up if that is you.
267.
Going once.
267.
Going twice.
If you don't want it, that's fine.
All right. We will re-roll.
Ooh,
All right,
exciting.
come on, gold. Let's see. 252-277.
277. That's 10. Just
Lucky
10.
sevens. That's doesn't mean anything.
Is that any? Oh, are we doing this? Are we re-rolling again?
Oh
Okay.
my goodness.
All right. Feel free to call out another one.
We're getting to the guarantee.
Charm.
They just don't want your poster, man.
All right. 252-308.
All right.
Dang, that's crazy.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you guys so much.
We're gonna close up. Any last words, sentences you want to say?
Let the wind lead.
Inazuma shines eternal.
I didn't know we were doing lines. Katsuha.
All right, guys. Remember, stay in your seats. We're gonna let them leave first, and then you guys can go line up for the
Let the
signing,
three
which
of
will
us
be
lead.
back in the lobby.
Okay.
Yeah. One more.
Thank you so much.
Alright, thank you.
Okay, so we taking pictures with the
All right,
prizes or
so
what's
if you guys
happening?
could walk out, she will have the